Most people don't realize that a zero-fee gold IRA often hides a 10% markup on the gold itself. It means you could be $10,000 behind before your account is even open. This is the silent killer that companies hide in the fine print while distracting you with promises of free silver or zero costs in their glossy brochures. I spent months researching the gold IRA space, so you don't have to. And in this video, I'm going to give you the straight answer on where the money actually goes. As an independent researcher for Gold IRA Insider, I'm revealing the information most companies don't advertise clearly. Now, if you want to find out which gold IRA company is the best fit for your specific situation, I put together a quick 60-second quiz linked in the description below. It's 5 short answers, takes less than a minute long, and you will get a personalized recommendation based on your specific situation. So, when you first start looking into branching out your retirement with precious metals, the marketing can feel incredibly polished. You'll see big, bold claims about zero fees for new accounts, but you have to look past the brochure. I've talked to many investors who felt like a genius for moving their paper assets into something tangible, only to be hit by an invoice that felt like a slap from a wet gold bar. It's easy to fall for the fine print when the marketing copy highlights a big bold zero while quietly stuffing charges into a dusty corner of the paperwork. The first thing you will likely encounter is the one-time setup fee, which companies often call an one-time administrative fee just to get the account rolling. This typically covers things like your application processing, the extensive paperwork filing, and they do love their paperwork, and the coordination with your new custodian. While this fee usually ranges from $50 to $100, it can sometimes be as high as $250 depending on the company. Think of it as the getting to know you fee of the gold IRA world that most folks don't realize exists until after the fact. Now, interestingly, many independent providers will waive this fee for larger accounts. So it is always worth asking if they can drop this cover charge if you're rolling over a significant amount. All right, so once your account is open, you have to deal with the reality that you cannot legally store your IRA gold under your bed. Believe me, I've checked. Your gold must reside in a government-approved vault, and those vaults are not running a charity. This brings us to the annual custodian and storage fees, which are the recurring costs of holding your gold. These custodians are the people who manage the reporting and logistics, and they often charge around $85 a year just to exist in their system. Your custodian generally charges an annual account maintenance fee that ranges from $75 to $125. Then you have the storage fees themselves, which typically fall between $100 and $300 per year. You'll have to choose between segregated storage, where your gold is kept separate from others, or non-segregated storage, where your metals are mingling with the rest of the herd. Segregated storage is naturally the pricier option, but it provides the peace of mind that you'll receive the exact same coins you purchased when it comes time to liquidate. Now, these costs might seem small individually, but over 20 years, it's like renting a storage unit just for a few coins. Now, if you're trying to figure out which gold IRA company is right for your account size and timeline, my quiz is in the description, takes about 60 seconds, and gives you a personalized recommendation based on independent research. Now, we have to discuss the silent killer of gold IRAs, which is the Metals Markup or premium. This is the premium you pay over the spot price, which is the current market price for raw gold on the global exchange. Most dealers will mark up coins anywhere from 5 to as much as 33%, depending on the inventory and the type of coin you choose. And this is the most significant cost you will face. Yet, companies are often the least transparent about it. If you're buying common bullion or American Eagle coins, you might feel like you've secured a great asset, but the markup might be more reasonable. However, if a salesperson starts pushing rare or collectible coins, your internal alarm should go off because those markups are way higher. You might think you're buying gold at the market rate, but it could be like paying $7 for a Big Mac. It tastes the same, but your wallet is significantly lighter. Now, historically, gold has been used as a tool for diversification against inflation. But if you start 10% in the hole because of a high markup, it takes much longer for your investments to reach a break-even point. Now, believe me or not, but the fees don't always stop once the gold is in the vault. Every time you buy or sell inside your IRA, you can expect transaction fees like buy and sell commissions that often hover around 1 to 3%. There are also costs for shipping and handling, even though you never actually see the gold yourself. One investor I spoke with even got hit with a $95 wire fee just to move funds between metals. There are also several miscellaneous fees to watch out for in the fine prints. Some companies charge for paper statements, annual reporting to the IRS, or even early account termination fees. I've even seen a research fee of $25 charged to an investor just for asking too many questions about storage procedures. And this is why it's vital to ask for a full fee schedule in writing before you commit any funds, so you are not surprised by charges for just breathing inside the accounts. So to make this tangible, let's look at a real-world scenario. Let's say you start with $50,000 in gold IRA. You might pay a $250 setup fee and an annual storage and custodian combo of about $180. If you factor in a 10% premium on the gold purchase, that's another $5,000 immediately. If you add in about $100 a year for those miscellaneous extra fees, the total starts to climb quickly. And after 10 years, you could have paid over $7,000 in fees. And that is before you have even sold a single ounce of gold. If gold prices historically perform well, you may see the value of your holdings grow. But if the market is a slow grind, those fees start to feel like termites in your investments. Silent, relentless, and always eating away at your savings. How to protect yourself. So, should you still consider a gold IRA? For many, the answer is still maybe. There is a real sense of security that comes with knowing you have hard assets in your retirement mix, especially when inflation is doing somersaults. However, it is not for everyone, and it definitely isn't free. If you're curious, skeptical, and allergic to surprise bills, you have to be your own advocate. The best way to protect yourself is to stay sharp and demand transparency. Ask for everything in writing and demand a fee schedule before you sign anything. Read the fine print like it's a prenup. If a representative tells you not to worry or that the fees are all taken care of, that is usually the time you should worry harder. A major red flag is any company that won't give you specific, written answers about their markups or liquidation fees. Gold is an honest asset, but the people and the paperwork surrounding it are not always as straightforward. My advice is always to get educated before you get invested. Now, before you open an account with any gold IRA company, take 60 seconds to answer 5 quick questions and find out which one is actually the best fit for your situation. The quiz is completely free, there's no obligation, and the link for it is in the description below. It's the easiest way to see how different companies stack up based on independent rankings, so you can feel confident in your choice. And quick note before you go, everything in this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. I'm an independent researcher, not a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a qualified professional before making any investment decisions. And by the way, if you found this video helpful, I think that you might find this video interesting as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.